Ego Michaels was a lucid dreamer, an expert at controlling the world inside his head. Every night, he'd fly, fight, fall in love, or run from monsters, only to wake up smirking. Knowing none of it was real, he enjoyed the freedom of his dreams. But one evening, after a particularly draining day, Ego collapsed on his couch. Still dressed in his suit, he blinked once, twice, and the world around him rippled. The ceiling twisted into clouds, his rug into a river, and he floated upward. "Ah," he muttered with a smirk, "I'm dreaming again." He willed himself to soar out the window, and just like that, he was gliding. But the streets below looked different, dim, darker than usual, with no cars or people. The air was too still, too quiet, and Ego decided to test his powers. "Let's summon a dragon," he whispered, but nothing happened. He furrowed his brows and commanded, "Fly faster." Instead of accelerating, he fell, hard, crashing into a glass rooftop. Pain seared through his back, and he thought, wait, why did that hurt? He stood, bleeding, realizing there was no instant healing, no waking up. That's when he saw them. Figures, cloaked, pale-skinned things on the rooftop. Their faces were smooth with no eyes or mouths, just pulsing masks that twitched. Ego took a step back, realizing, this isn't one of my dreams. One of the creatures turned its head and made a muffled sound. A shh! It leapt at him, and Ego ran downstairs and through alleyways. Every corner he turned revealed more of them. Dozens, hundreds, all silent and watching. The city was full of them, and in desperation he screamed, "Wake up!" He slapped himself, punched walls, and smashed his head into a stop sign. "Wake up!" he yelled, but nothing changed. Just the heavy, static air and the sound of those things whispering. Then he remembered something crucial. In a lucid dream, if you die, you wake up. So he climbed to the top of the tallest tower he could find. The things followed, slithering behind him like shadows with hunger. At the edge, he stood with arms wide, saying, "It's been fun, freaks." With a nervous grin, he added, "But I'm done playing your game." He jumped, and everything froze midair in that moment of decision. A voice boomed, not from the sky, but from inside him, echoing his fears. "This is not a dream, Ego Michaels." His body hung suspended in time, eyes wide with realization. "You've escaped into your dreams too often. Now you live in one forever." The voice continued, "A dream with no waking, no control, only consequence." Ego gasped as time snapped back, and he slammed into the concrete. And then he woke up, in a hospital room, bandaged and machines beeping. A nurse gasped, "He's awake! After all these weeks, he's awake!" But Ego didn't smile. He saw the city outside the window. It was empty, still, and one of the creatures was standing across the street, staring at him, and he knew he had never really woken up.